Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. From this video onwards, we are going to start with a new chapter of the microbiology, that is the culture media and the culture methods. So in this very video, we are going to have an overview of the whole chapter, and we'll see what will topics we have to discuss in this heading. So first of all, let's start with the culture media. So how will you define a culture media? So culture medium, in simple words, if I have to say, is basically the supporting medium in which the bacteria can easily grow. If you have to define in a simple words, you can define it. It's basically a nutritive medium in which the bacteria can easily grow or the proliferate. But if you, from the examination point of view, if you have to define or elaborate the culture media, you can define it like this. So culture media is a growth medium designed to support the growth of a population of microorganisms or cells. So basically it's nothing but a growth medium which is specifically designed to support the growth of either a population of microorganisms, and not only microorganisms but also the cells, which may be human cells, bacteria cells, or any other animal cell. So why is the need of defining or making a culture media? Because we have to isolate the bacteria to perform some biochemical test in order to identify which is particular type of bacteria is present, or in order to perform some specific test as per the requirement. So culture media is basically a growth medium designed to support the growth of a population of microorganism or cells in order to isolate the microorganism and perform some biochemical test. So when we have to talk about the culture media, two major prominent scientists should come in your mind. So because these scientists have major contribution to the field of the microbiology. These are the Louis Pasteur, and the second scientist name I think everybody know, that is the Robert Koch. So these two scientists have made a major contribution to the development of the culture media and the culture methods. So Louis Pasteur in the very early stages established the growth requirement of the bacteria, because earlier it was found that the bacteria grow from the air spontaneously, or it can occur by other methods. That is not our concern to discuss now, but Louis Pasteur firstly established that some growth requirement are needed for the bacteria to thrive. So, and he used liquid media or broth. Broth basically means a hot soup. So he used liquid media broth to grow the bacteria or the microorganism. So what was the advantage of that? You can have the rapid growth, but the disadvantage was that the growth was seen as a turbidity. As we are using liquid, the growth cannot be established easily by the microzoa because the turbidity was seen. What special did the Koch do? So Robert Koch, instead of using a liquid medium or broth to grow microorganism or to proliferate microorganism, he used a solid media. So what was the advantage of the solid media? So very important advantage was the identification of the morphology of the bacteria colony. As you all know, in the microbiology, the first part we are doing with the identification of the bacteria. So if you by simply seeing under the microscope, but by looking at the colony morphology, you can easily find out which type of microorganisms are present in that colony. So a very important advantage was the identification can be done by colony morphology, as the growth was not seen as turbidity, but it was very clear in the case of the solid media. But a disadvantage was the time taking. So disadvantage was it was time taking. It takes time for the colony formation. So what was the advantage in the case of the liquid medium is the disadvantage in the case of the solid medium. So let's see the headings that we're going to discuss in the case of this whole chapter, that is the culture media. So very first heading that we're going to discuss will be the constituents of the culture medium. So in this video we are going to just have the overview, because overview of the microbiology chapters are very important for the easy memory, otherwise you will forget what we have studied. So we have first will discuss the constituents of the culture media. So we have got in total 9 constituents, remember, in the culture medium or the environment in the bacteria will thrive. So the trick to remember is PU, may, do MBBS, MBS. 1B is missing. Okay, note 1B is missing. PewDiePie is a very famous YouTuber. I think you all might be knowing. So peptone, electrolyte, and water. So most commonly used electrolyte is sodium chloride, but you can use other electrolytes as well. But why we use sodium chloride? Because it is easily available and it's also cheap. Peptone, electrolyte, and water, when together used in the culture medium, is called the peptone water. Peptone water is very important in the formation of the culture media. When we are going to discuss in detail about the constituents of culture media, in that video I will tell you. So by what is peptone? Peptone is basically the degradation of the protein. Protein break down into peptones and peptides. So peptone is basically a degradation product of protein. Now next three that you have to remember is the meat extract, agar and yeast extract. So these three are also important, and the most important being the agar, which is used for the solidifying the medium. The third one group that you have to remember is the malt extract, blood and serum. So which type of blood is used? Most commonly sheep blood. sheep मतलब भेड़ का खून इस्तेमाल होता है most commonly, but you can use human blood as well. Okay, and malt extract and the serum can be also used for the formation of the culture medium. So let's discuss about the other headings that we're going to discuss. So next heading that we'll discuss in this chapter is the type of culture medium. So we have divided the culture medium based on the different categories. That's the based on consistency and the based on growth requirement. But in different books and different coaching institutes, you will find different type of classification. But I have followed the Apup Shastri textbook of microbiology. This type of classification is given that we have to divide the culture medium into two. First is on the basis of the consistency, or what is the thickness of the culture medium, and second one is the based on the growth requirements. So based on the consistency, we have the liquid media, semi-solid media and the solid media. So these three are very easy to remember: liquid media, semi-solid and the solid. Basically we are judging about the consistency, or what is the consistency of the culture medium. And second one is the based on the growth requirements. Based on the growth requirements, we again divide the culture medium into two categories: routine laboratory and the defined synthetic media. Okay, so again we have divided into two categories: routine laboratory and defined synthetic media. So we will discussing about the routine laboratory and the defined synthetic media in detail. Meanwhile, you should just remember the names as we are just having the overview. So trick to remember the routine laboratory methods, because we have a just number of media are the Ben dates. So if you are studying with MU's class with Ashish, we make it easier to remember all the concepts. So Ben dates is basically a trick to remember the routine laboratory used culture medium. So let's see how this mnemonic will be used to remember this whole types of culture media. So B basically stands for the basal or the simple media. EN stands for the enrichment broth, because see here we have just only one broth while rest are the medium. Okay, broth basically means a soup. So Ben, the EN stands for enrichment broth. Now let's see the dates. D stands for differential media, A stands for anaerobic media, T stands for transport media, E stands for enriched media, and S stands for selective media. So like this you can remember by the trick Ben dates. Now in the defined synthetic category, we have very simple thing, that is a simple and the complex growth media or the culture media. Now next heading that we will be discussing in this chapter is the culture method, and the chapter heading was culture media and culture methods. So let's discuss about the culture methods. So culture methods can be of two types. Either we have aerobic culture methods that occurs in presence of the oxygen, or we have the anaerobic culture methods. In the aerobic culture methods, we have a number of methods to remember. So let's discuss them. We have pour plate culture, loops and stratifiers, liquid culture, streak culture, stroke culture, stab culture and spread culture. So you'll find it very difficult to remember, but we have a trick also. Pl2S4. Okay, so let's say just like a formula. P stands for pour plate culture. So if you just have discussed in the culture media, when we will culture methods we will discuss separately, I'll make it very simple to remember all the aerobic culture methods. But meanwhile you should have a concept. Pl2S4 is a trick to remember the aerobic culture methods. Pour plate, loops and stratifiers. Second L stands for liquid culture. We have the 4S: streak, stroke, stab and spread culture. So this is a trick to remember the aerobic culture methods. Anaerobic culture methods are pretty easier to remember. So the trick for the anaerobic culture methods are the VPRADA. PRADA is basically a company. So VPRADA, Victory Prada. So V stands for vacuum. So production of vacuum is one of the anaerobic culture method, because we are just have to emulate the oxygen to have an anaerobic environment. So how can we do? We have to remove, either we can do by making the or removing the whole of the air, that's by producing vacuum. Second, by using the reducing agent to remove the oxygen. So R stand for reducing agent. That P stand for pre-reduced anaerobically sterilized, or in short form it is also called the PRAS. Pre-reduced anaerobically sterilized. So what is this? We will discussing when we are discussing about the culture methods in detail. So meanwhile, just remember the name. So A stand for anaerobic glove box, D stand for displacement and combustion of O2, and last A stand for absorption of oxygen by chemicals. Basically, we can do the anaerobic culture methods by either by removing whole of the air along with the oxygen, or simply by just removing the oxygen. We can remove oxygen by using the reducing agents, or the displacement and combustion of O2, or by the absorption of O2 by chemical methods. Other methods, we have the anaerobic glove box and the PRAS method, that's the pre-reduced anaerobically sterilized. So what is this pre-reduced anaerobically sterilized? We'll discuss in detail when we're discussing about the anaerobic culture method. So next two headings we have to discuss is the preservation of microbes and the methods of isolating bacteria in pure culture. So this heading we're discussing in detail when we're discussing about it, but meanwhile you should remember some of the preservation of microbes method. Either we can have a short-term preservation of microbes, or we can have the long-term. In this video, we have to just remember the name. Short-term method, we have this what is called the subculturing. So what is subculturing? I will be telling you in the when we're discussing about the in detail. So apart from the subculturing, other short-term methods can be freezing at -20 degrees Celsius, or drying, or using some mineral oil or glycerol. Okay. Or long-term methods is ultra freezing, ultra temperature freezing. See, if you are using -20 degrees Celsius, it is called the short term. But if you use -70 degrees Celsius, it is called the ultra temperature freezing. And what is lyophilization? Lyophilization is basically means we are reducing the temperature and is also removing the moisture. That's why other name for the lyophilization is called the freeze drying. Freeze drying. Because we are not only reducing temperature but also removing the moisture. So these all points you have to remember. So this is the basic introduction to the chapter of the microbiology, that's the culture media and the culture methods. So if you like the video, please hit the like button and do subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.